So in this question, the chess pawn below was created using a CAD program. So CAD program could be, it's for computer aided design. Basically what we would know as on shape. So write down any 3 CAD commands that would be used to edit the figure shown in the sequence below. So the first one has loads of different ones because you've got circle, you've got line, you probably at some stage have dimension. This one here, to do this, would be a fillet. Then we want to get rid of this little circle, and to do that would be trim. Then to make this here would be revolve. And finally then color, all right, or appearance. Okay, so any of those there, make sure maybe instead of just taking the 3 from this first one, try and take 3 different ones. So circle, fillet, and trim. Now I would try and write in as many because if one of these is wrong, the examiner will go up here and look at this and give you marks for that. And the next question is draw a line drawing of the rook from the chest. Apply appropriate shading or rendering to create a 3D effect. I wouldn't spend too long on this here. I'd try and use color if you can to shade this in. And maybe a little bit of yellow around the outside just to make it highlight, make it stand out. Okay. Think as well about where the light is coming from. I'm thinking in this case, I'm having the light coming out, sitting here, so it's getting dark at the outside. In here would be quite dark. All right, you could even create a little bit more of a shade there. All right, where the light is hitting this and it's creating a shadow behind here. All right, but don't spend too long on that question. Now, the bishop piece can move diagonally across the board in a game of chess. Translate the bishop piece below from A to A1. Remember, there are 4 types of transformation geometry. Translation is where it moves from one place to another, and the distance is the same, and all these lines are parallel. So we have to join this point A to A1. Everything is going to move parallel to that line, and everything is going to move that distance A to A1. You're going to use your sliding set squares. All right, use your sliding set squares like that, and you're going to take down all these main points. C and D. I think this one here, and we'll also have to actually locate so we're also going to have to locate the other center here, over here. So this will have to come down as well. So now that you've got all the main points taken down parallel to this line A1, you're going to get your compass now and you're going to measure out A to A1. You move the metal part of the compass over here to B, and that's going to get you B1, C1, D1, and these 2 centers then. We can then start drawing this in heavy. So we get this distance on our compass. Take that curve this way. Now what I might just do is bring down this point here and this point here, and they can join up then. C can go up to there, D can go up to there, and that's the transform. That's the bishop piece transformed down from here to here. Everything being parallel to this first line, and whatever distance A to A1 is, everything has to go the same distance. In this one here, now the king piece is shown below. Use central symmetry to transform the piece from P to P1. So central symmetry, we need to find a center point. How are we going to find that center point? We're going to bisect this line P to P1. So swing an arc any distance longer than halfway with the metal part at P and the metal part at P1. You're going to join those 2 points together, and that's going to give you the central symmetry point here. So everything now has to go through this here. So Q is going to go through here, and the distance from C out to Q, you rotate that around, and that will give you now Q1. Now some students may be able to take all these lines at one time like this. Some students may prefer to do it 1 point at a time because it might just get a bit confusing. So why maybe after every so often just put your compass in there. That's T1. S1. And R1 is pretty much R1. And you can see here P joins to Q. Q joins to R. R to S. So get your compass there back in the center, measure out to U. Rotate that around. Put it in here the center again, measure out to V. Now, U is actually out here. And then V is here. V1. T joins to U. U joins to V. And we have W. W1. Now, these points here, Y and Z, they're on a curved line. So you're going to find those 2 points, and then you're just going to freehand them in. So Z is quite a lot, is kind of along this blue line. So we'll measure out here to Z, rotate that around, and then Y. And so X as well. Then we can draw this in freehand now. So go through there, and back to P. Try to keep your hand inside the curve. Keep your eye on the point that you're going to, and your hand will bring you to it. And that is the central symmetry of that knight. Okay, and the whole thing took about 10 minutes to do that whole sheet. I know I didn't include the sketching, but that's roughly around a good gauge of what time you should take it through that sheet.